Hello, guys and gals and non-binary pals. Welcome to Just Chatting stream. We're gonna play Magic Arena today. Sorry about the wait before we started. I had a bit of an issue where suddenly everything was like, hey, I'm crashing. No, I'm crashing. And everything crashed. But my computer stayed up. So that's okay. So currently working on getting the VTuber model to load again. Those weren't loading well together either. So I don't know what was going on with my computer, but everything decided that it didn't want to work like 2 minutes before I was going to start. Like I was clicking on the Streamlabs button to go live, and it went, hey, no. So working on that really quickly. Today we're just gonna talk and play some Magic in the background. Giving you guys an update on tomorrow. Tomorrow is exactly 6 months to the day of when we first started streaming on this channel. Like, you can go all the way back and see the first live stream. It's titled my first live stream. I think it's on the Tuesday one, because it was Gemcraft Chasing Shadows, so it was one of the first tower defense games I streamed on here. And yeah, so it's exactly 6 months to the day tomorrow. Okay, got that part working. So exactly 6 months to the day tomorrow, and I didn't want to spoil what game we're playing with my siblings tomorrow, but I also wanted to make a thumbnail for it, so the thumbnail spoils what we're playing. So I have it all set up, just it's hidden right now. I'm about like halfway through, so whenever I feel like it, I will show the game and everything else. And these are still not connecting to each other, so we're just gonna go and not have the VTuber model today, and that's okay. Nothing requires me to use it all the time. That is perfectly fine. Well, I guess in that case, we're going to switch over to Magic. We're just going to play. MTG Arena is on Instagram. Cool. That's not something I needed to know. That's an interesting update. Not free packs and a codex that I never use. Oh yeah, I'm having weird audio for the game. I forgot about that. Whatever. So yeah, the special thing about tomorrow is instead of doing a psychological or horror game, while playing Minecraft off camera with my siblings, well, with my sister, my brother was in the room and could hear what she was saying. The conversation shifted to the Steam Summer Sale, and so we got a few games that all three of us are willing to play and to play against each other. All of my quests are play something with black in it. Black and blue, black and green, and black and red. But I don't think I have a mono black deck, so we're just gonna play something. So we went through the Steam Summer Sale and we're like, okay, what games would you play, sister, with brother and I? And so we settled on a few. and we decided that tomorrow we will play one of those games, and we will go from there, having fun. I don't have just a mono black deck. Well then, we'll play this one. But yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna play a game from our childhood, which, while we were like figuring out what game to play, my sister brought up that we apparently would like ride around on our bicycles and pretend to play this game, like using just imagination, pretend to like ride the bike to the next person and then like trade an item or something like that. Knowing her, she's gonna give a much better description of this like tomorrow than I am, because this is just like, she said it and it's like, oh, I kind of think I remember something like that, but it wasn't my memory bringing it back, it was her thinking of it. This is an okay hand. So like, she's probably gonna talk about that tomorrow, knowing her, or I'll like prompt her to do that, something like that. But essentially, it's just some vague, like incredibly vague memory from the past. It's like, yeah, let's play this game because of that. It's like, okay, we can do that. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're playing a vague memory from the past game. It also stemmed from the fun fact of, I could hear my brother playing a game like through the screen, and it was just interesting to me because I was just like, is that what I think you're playing? Are you playing this game with like, are you playing this civilization in this game? Yeah, okay. So you are playing that game. You're playing with those units. I know exactly what you're doing and what you're playing. And then every so often it was like, I can hear the "you're under attack" sound. And it was just funny to me. But yeah, I'm not really fully paying attention to what's going on here. Pay a life to fatal push it. And don't draw another land. This is not going well for a game. And there's a Shieldred. Awesome. This is only 4 damage. You go to 7 this next turn? Yeah. So tomorrow is fun childhood game. Plus we bought like 4 other games that we're each willing to play. So there's gonna be us playing games, and we have like stream ideas for like the next 6 months, essentially, if we needed to. It was interesting to me because when we were like, oh yeah, we could play these games and those games, and I was like, okay, how much would it cost for you guys? I was like, okay, that's a large sum. Well, large compared to, for me, it was mostly just buy the DLCs for those games that I already have. And I was just like, oh, for you guys it's a lot. For me it's $8 with tax to buy the whole lot of games that we're talking about. It was just really funny to me. Because it was like, okay, you don't have a single one of those games. Interesting. And then for me, it was like, cool, I have 12 of those 13 games that we're talking about. Interesting. Let me just spend $10 and buy the games that we're talking about, sort of thing. So you guys can look forward to that. We'll have like many more streams than just Minecraft in the future with my siblings. Where's this one? SRAM or equipment vehicle draw. Okay. Let's do Give Me Deadlands. Play the Sacred Cat. Play the Anointed Priest. Not Detect Pass. But yeah, this next however long it'll be until we play will be interesting because we now have so many ways to just keep playing games. Should have attacked with all three. That would have been smarter. Anyways, I can do that. I'm not really fully paying attention to what's going on here. I know that they're making their creature bigger, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. I just need a way to give it trample, and suddenly I die here. Is there a way for it to get trample or double strike? There's ward, first strike. Flying. Let me thin my deck a bit. Ouch. Is there a land I can draw that's better than what I could play right now? Isolated Chapel would be both colors. Sacrifice all three to draw 4 and take 4. It says ward 1. Nope. None of that was helpful. Cool. Awesome. That's fine. Yay. No, I don't think I'll talk about that. If you guys tune in for tomorrow's stream, you will probably notice something is different. Hopefully. Hopefully it sounds different tomorrow. I will be attempting to change settings overnight and have it be better quality. Toxic makes a toxic creature. Play a 1/1. I don't want to give you an opportunity to proliferate stuff. Double strike and toxic, okay. Yeah, 1/3. Yeah, this is fun so far. Tomorrow will be an interesting jaunt into childhood memories of playing games with siblings. Let's play this land. If it'll push. No, let's wait. Pass the turn. I will not attack, because I want to see what they do. Because it's better to be reactive than proactive in this case. Like that makes me want to get rid of this creature. Whereas the other way would have been destroy the Valiant Veteran to then not take the double strike. Let's do Kaya. Double the number of tokens I create. Play a white land. Play a Sacred Cat. Get 2 life and pass. No, I'm not attacking. This will be interesting. Did the stream stop working? It kind of looks like it. It's back. Looks like it's back. Okay. They're attacking Kaya. I will block. Let's play the Deadlands. Nature Priest. Let's make it a 2/2 Death Touch. Oh, great. All 3 at Kaya? Well, Kaya's gonna go away no matter how I do this, so don't block this time. If I put I don't need Revolt. So if I get rid of Valiant Veteran, this becomes a 3/3. If I put 2 -1/-1 counters on the Veteran, it becomes a 1/1 if I get rid of the other because of the rally at the ranks. Let's create a token Anointer Priest. Gain some life. Skip combat and pass. I'm gonna get rid of one of their buffing guys. Now I do that to get rid of the Valiant Veteran. Damage to target attacking or blocking creature equal to what? Equal to the number of creatures you control. Oh, great. Glad that that was 2. Glad I had 2 or they had 2 creatures still. Alrighty. That's not good for me. Not at all. I'm gonna finally get a basic land here. I can do both. Okay. Awesome. This is going so well. Damage to target attacking or blocking creature equal to the number of creatures you control. Use a Skrelv to protect their units. This is interesting. I have 7 lands and nothing to show for it. Block a double striker. Take 6/9 damage. 2 infect. 2 poison counters. You lose the game at 10 poison counters. They get drained for 1 off the Bastion. I look at this constantly. Oh, cool. Now I have this. Hexproof from that color until I'm a turn. Can't be blocked. Cancel. Tap this for colorless. Tap this for black. Black. Colorless. Do that. Sacrifice the Chef at Dunes. Give that 2 -1/-1 counters. Although right now they still have a way to win through combat damage plus poison at the same time. If they use Skrelv to give the 1/1 unblockable, then I'm forced to sacrifice my creature in front of a 3/3. Yeah, I was gonna say, this doesn't trigger enough to give me enough life. Well, that's okay. I'm just trying to play black spells, and this is the deck that has the most black cards in it that aren't also green, red, or blue. But man, is this deck letting me down. I didn't draw 3 lands at all the first 2 games, or then the second game. I didn't get any lands that I needed. That game I got all of the lands, but none of the stuff to do with the lands. This one has a good amount of stuff to do, but nothing to really do with it until turn 3. Ooh, isolated chapel. Make an uno creature. El humano soldier. Oh. They got rid of my creature. Impulsively. I don't understand why people concede that quickly. But, okay. I'll take the win. I can't say I don't like winning, but at the same time, I don't like winning like that. That just feels weird. It's like, for the most part, the thing I dislike about Arena is if it's laggy or anything like that. Like, it causes you to disconnect, you're just stalling for time. If you were playing paper Magic, like, against each other on a table, you're gonna talk to your opponent. You're not just gonna sit there and stall and be like, well, I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna waste your time as much as possible. Like, if you do that, the judge gets called on you, and more than likely, you just auto-lose that match for stalling for time. Whereas on here, if you disconnect and accidentally stall for time, sometimes you can't get back in. And if you can't get back into the game, your opponent now has to just sit there and wait. That is a lot of things to discard, or to have in the graveyard. As well as another Satyr Wayfinder. Okay. I'm just going to attack again. Yep. Because if they block, I play this other hidden stockpile, and now I have 2 creatures. Whereas if they didn't block, Anointer Priest would have been better because it's more life gain next turn. Top 5 creature, land, in the hand, the rest in the graveyard. There's a creature and there's 3 lands. Attack for 2. Play the priest, pass the turn. Next turn this will flip as long as I attack with all 3. If you gain 3 more life this turn, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay. Bastion of Remembrance. Flip my land over. Destroy their creature. My creature dies, but that's okay. Because I get 2 more creatures, and now I have 5. Oh, they're that kind of deck. Interesting. There, Narcomoeba, self-mill. Okay. So I'm against the self-mill combo style deck. Attack him for 5. It's 3, 6, 9, 10 damage. Honestly, not too worried about what they're doing. Despair was what? Creatures you control gain mana, and whenever this creature does combat damage, you play that player discards a card. Oh, okay. Discarding 3. That's fine. Play it on the Grim Climb. Play an Anointer Priest. Gain 4. Attack with all but 1. We're just getting more and more value out of it. In step, I make a lot of creatures. I gain 8 life. They get their creatures back. And because I can activate this to sacrifice a creature to scry, it's forcing me to have to make a decision every single time. Yep, I have a lot of things I can just keep blocking. There's 2 3/3s would have dealt them 6 damage, and then the 2 3/1s would have dealt them another 8 total. So yeah, they were dead no matter how they looked at it. Just throw all my tokens in front of things. As my tokens die, they lose life. Yeah. That's why I like token decks, because it's just like, okay, cannon fodder. I don't really care. Like, yeah, there's still strategy behind it. Like, which ones need to attack, which ones need to block, how do I balance the attackers and the blockers that I have. But in all honesty, it's just, I'll get another one of those next turn. It doesn't matter, just send it to attack. I'm playing a 3-color deck at minimum. Still within color scheme. Do they have a Fatal Push or something? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Play the Skrell's Hive. Figure out what they're doing. Bitter Union, so they can give their creature or creatures haste at some point. There's an Ugin the Spirit Dragon that got discarded. Is it a reanimation deck? If it's reanimation, Ugin will hurt. Still could be reanimation as a deck. Worried about the regular creature instead of lifelink or poison counters. That's interesting. What are they discarding? Meteor Golem. What the heck is their deck? Is it Fires of Invention? Well, no, they wouldn't be able to cast that because you need to have lands based off of the number of things. I don't know what my opponent is playing, but it's Mardu, red, black, white. Repair and recharge. Return artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker from graveyard to battlefield. Okay. Bringing back Ugin. I will, first and foremost, fetch to get a swamp. Cast Plumb the Forbidden. Sacrificing all 3 of my creatures to draw 4 cards. The original +3. Yep, you can exile all of my stuff. That's fine. Time to rebuild. Okay. Play the Anointed Procession now. Use the Fabled Passage to get a Plains. Use that Plains to play a Legion's Landing. Basically say your Ugin needs to be used to exile all of my stuff, or else you need to draw 2. No. You can target your opponent's things. I didn't know that. That's not nice. And that's an exile effect. I've got a Sacred Cat in the graveyard, that's it. Glad I waited. This is exactly the reason that I don't try to play as fast as possible all the time. Right now they gotta use that for x=2 if they want to. Yep. And now I get rid of my Anointer Priest, so it doesn't get exiled, so I can return it from the graveyard. Yeah, that can stay. That can stay on top. Draw 2, each opponent may scroll. I mean, I already know what my top card is. Non-battle permanent card from my graveyard. Well, we're gonna play Rabble Rousing. Right now, that can't affect me. I'm gonna play the Sacred Cat. Sacrifice a creature, planeswalker. Okay. Turn creature, planeswalker card from the graveyard onto the battlefield. Okay, yep, this is definitely just a reanimation deck. It's a very heavy control deck as well. The red is there just to discard effect. That's what I'm figuring out. I mean, I'm basically telling them to do X equals 5 if I do that. Yeah, well. If I can get there. Why destroy that one? It was the worst target they could have had. Exiled their own eldest reborn. Not that that mattered to them. Oh, it also exiled my battle. That's the other thing I was missing. I need one more land, please. You're not a land. That's okay. Force you to have to use all of your stuff again. Yep. Get rid of my own creature because I can't target yours because it's 7. But also I cast the spell and that's more than what I want to do. None of these fights have been good. They've all been very one-sided so far, which is kind of sad. And it's now that I've realized that I did not message my Discord server in to tell people I'm live. I don't think I did that yesterday either. This is okay. There. Ta-da! Now anyone who's not in chat but is in my Discord server knows what's going on. Yeah, I finally remembered to do that 50 minutes into streaming. It's okay. People are probably used to it by now. I mean, I've had a few days of like streaming and then getting done with the stream and then going, ah, dang it, I didn't tell anyone that I was streaming. Oops. At least this time I tried 50 minutes later instead of after I'm done streaming already. I discarded a land, which tells me that they probably are not a reanimation style deck. I don't know why I'm attacking. Oh, but they're taking it. Interesting. They chose not to block. Interesting, interesting, interesting. What? You may cast target non-creature. Oh, okay, it's Vadrock. You put Vadrock underneath the Wall of Runes? I don't know whether I needed 1 or 4 mana. Okay. I believe they should have put Vadrock on top, making a 3/3 flyer with first strike instead of a 0/4 flyer with first strike. Fall of Gilgalad. Gilgalad? I don't know. Scry 2, put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature you control until on your turn target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, draw 2 cards. Then that creature fights up to 1 other target creature. That doesn't even seem great. It doesn't seem good even. Like, it's not card advantage, it's card selection. Make a creature a little bit bigger. And then get rid of your own creature to draw 2. And fight. It doesn't seem like a good idea. Black and green. I think I do have a black and green deck. Okay, I have that weird standard deck. Black and green. Well, Titania's land is all green. I think this one's Elf Tribal, I think. Can I do that quickly? Let's see. Nope, I don't think I can. That's a pretty good hand. I just need to draw something to do with it. I need to draw something that lets me play with all this mana. So right now it's just a lot of mana, and that's it. Ooh, Persistent Petitioner's Mill deck. Circle of Dreams Druid. Is that an advisor? It is. They're all advisors except for that. Shocking and Overgrown Tomb. Play an Elvish Mystic. Play a Dwayne's Elite. If I have an elf, I get an elf. Tap that for 5 mana. Cast a Beast Whisperer. Not attacking with just a 1/1. Two more lands, okay. They can mill me for 12, which is a little scary. I can mana. That is it. You can tap 4 advisors, which are all the Persistent Petitioners, to mill me for 12. I don't really seem to have much of a payoff right now. Tap those 2 to activate Nykthos for 8 mana. Cast the Beast Whisper. Draw a card off of the cast. I have a lot of mana and a lot of nothing to do with it. I could attack with my 2/2 and my 2/3, however, they just put 2 of the 1/3s in front of it and 3 of the 1/3s in front of that one. There are 14 cards left. There are not enough cards left. That's not a May. I couldn't say good game. I like playing against Mill though, and I like playing Mill, so I'm not even upset that I lost. I just couldn't get a payoff for all of the mana that I could generate. Because I had 8 mana from Nykthos I could have played the other Nykthos to get another 8 mana. Tap the Circle of Dreams Druid to get 6 or 7 more. And my 2 mana dorks to make that 9. So yeah, I could have had a lot of mana, but didn't have anything to do with it. This is okay. They've got a Llanowar Elves. I have a Llanowar Elves. Whose elf deck is going to be superior? They're probably playing Devotion. Maybe they're not. Let's see if there's one. No. I've got more creatures and more devotion than they do. Oh. Interesting. Actually, I could play Beast Whisperer and then cast Llanowar Elves next turn. Or I Finale for 2. I would like 3 instead, because 3 gets me Circle of Dreams Druid. Not going to attack because the 2/2 just bounces off the 1/4. One, two, three. Well, let's cast the Llanowar Elves to draw a card. And drew a forest. This is now X equals 2. Search my library. I still have a 5/7, so we're not going to do anything with that. Alright, cast an elf, pay green to draw a card. Cast a creature spell, destroy an artifact or enchantment. What artifact or enchantment? They were capable of getting rid of their own treasure. Oh, Galta, okay. At least it doesn't have haste. But still, that's a 12/12. With trample. Okay. One, two, three, four, 5. I don't have another big spell. Okay. We're gonna get a Shaman of the Pack, I guess. Oh, Essek is giving it Vigilance. I forgot about that. Well, if I could stop drawing lands... that would be great. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, no, I can't even block. Just doesn't matter. I cast the green spells that I needed, but still did not feel fun doing so. I don't really even know what I'm trying to do with this deck. Because I'm not playing a regular green devotion deck. I'm just playing elf ball, trying to win somehow just through sheer numbers, I guess. Yeah, like this is okay hand, but it's not great still. And Circle of Dreams Druid being green, green, green is a little more difficult to get to right now. It'll tap for quite a bit of mana, but for the time being, it's just kind of stuck. I mean, I have green, green, green now, but I did not when I started talking about it. Well, that felt bad. Oh, combat damage to proliferate. Play Boseju. Play the Dwinen's Elite. Add green, green. To make 1, 2, 3. Next turn, a Finale of Devastation is a big thing. So that's 6. So I can spend 2 to make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 2, which gets me Nykthos, which gets me 8, which gets me 14, which gets me x equals 10, 11, 12. Get my biggest creature and give it haste. Let's get Leaf Crown Visionary actually. Yay! I won a game that was not them just conceding off of whatever they drew or whatever they misplayed or did or whatever, which is really nice. And I got another pack out of it. So we get to see the cool card opening animation. Oh, that's what this art looks like. In the actual paper cards, I only have the full art version of this, so I did not know what this actually looked like until just now. Like, I only have the fancy version of this card. But I know what it does anyways. Well, let's see. Should we make another deck? And then play that? If I do, what deck would I make? Can I even make a deck, or am I at 100 out of 100 again? I'm at 95 out of 100. Ooh. Let us make a deck really quick. What can I put together? Let us see. Oh, a lot of different things. Let's go with an Explorer deck. Which will then switch the sorting mechanism over to just that. Let's see, what's a planeswalker that I have? Let's go with what I have. Let's see what kind of deck I could build around it. I don't want to build mill again, so I've already done that. We could make a hand hate deck. Could go with mountains. Mountains and play additional lands each turn. What's this one? Lands you control, tap, add 1 mana of any color. Replay lands from your graveyard. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to player, put a loyalty counter on it. Create a Thopter. I know I'm looking at a lot more of the ultimate abilities to see what they do. Saheeli is in here. I just had a thought process. It involves the not collected Saheelis. Yeah. I cannot build that yet, but that's a thought process. So Sorry, I should explain things instead of just go off on tangent of brain. Vivian on the Hunt has +2 sacrifice a creature, search for a creature card with mana value equal to 1 plus it, which is just sacrifice a 3-cost creature, find a Felidar Guardian, which will blink Vivian, and then you can +2 it again, sacrificing some other creature. Sacrifice the Felidar Guardian to get a Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker, or Kiki Jiki, which I don't actually know if that is in Explorer or not. But there's that loop. But you can use Vivian to find the Felidar Guardian with that Saheeli I just looked at, which has a -2 of create a token copy of a creature. When that token copy enters the battlefield as Felidar Guardian, it chooses to blink Saheeli, which then means that there's a new instance of Saheeli, so then Saheeli can make a new token copy of Felidar Guardian and do that infinitely and attack your opponent for the win. That's where my brain suddenly went to, and I did not say any of that out loud. Deal X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of artifacts you control and you gain X life. Again, I don't have enough stuff to be able to do that. I don't have enough wild cards to make that. I already have an Omnixless deck. Let's see. Oh, one of the black-green planeswalkers I was thinking of is Domri. Or not Domri, is Tyvar, and I apparently don't have that one either. Creature spells or activate abilities of creatures. Deal X damage provided as you choose among any number of target creatures or planeswalkers, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control as you activate it. Interesting. Creatures you control have haste. None of these are that great. Sorry, I've gone quiet again just to read. And of course, Teferi Time Raveler is banned in Explorer. Reveal the top 4, put all lands, reveal this way into your hand, the rest in your graveyard, put any number of lands from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Create a Tree Folk, return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. Luca. Ren Realmbreaker. Cast creatures as though they had flash. It's a lot of Vivians I apparently have. A lot of different Vivians I have. Koth. Do basic mountains. Let's see. Let's just do a keyword search of mountain. See what's. As long as it's your turn and you control 4 or more mountains, it's plus. Let's also go with not collected. Discard a mountain or a red card to draw a card. Discard a card, draw a card. If you control 4 or more mountains, it gets plus X plus O, where X is the number of mountains. Second mountain to deal 3 damage. Mountain cycling. Mountain cycling. And nothing else really cares about mountains. Awesome. Cool. Is there something that's add counter Moon Gauntlet. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose a counter on target permanent. Put an additional counter on that. What's that kind on that permanent? Okay. So right now you've got mountains. And I want to be able to -7 Koth. Planeswalkers you control have 0 proliferate. Take an extra turn. Cast a non-creature spell. Okay. Is there anything else? Dreadnought. Creature dying because the triggered ability of a permanent. No, none of these really do what I'm thinking of. The card I was thinking of is Moon Gauntlet. Yeah. So we're gonna go, is it... Each opponent sacks a creature or a planeswalker, discards a card. You return a creature or planeswalker from the graveyard to your hand, draw a card. No. Elixir is not really that great in this. 4 or more Phyresis counters. It's a Phyrexian creature. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a counter on it. No. I don't think that helps me. Okay. So right now the plan is try to get Koth to 7 as quickly as possible. So we want red and blue proliferate effects. And we're just gonna play control. Okay. So we do counter target put 4 spell pierces. I'm gonna go defabricate seems okay. Temporary disruption is also a land. Do I have creatures with flying? Kuthel has flying, so I'll put that in. This is negate. He disappears, good. Quench is okay. Let's go Mystical Dispute. Three mana, use your 3 mana back. Nothing on these really strikes me as that great. Okay, so we're at 77 cards, so we're going to go down one of those, one of those. I'm not going to be able to do that frequently. These are both target spells. This is returning a permanent. These can actually go sideboard. Mystical Dispute. We'll go down a Volt Charge and an Unwind. What am I doing with red? I guess Mountain Cycle. Mountain Cycling. Whatever. Does mountain cycling have to get for a mountain? Okay, not a basic mountain. Okay, you know what? Let's just go down both defabricates, both lofty denials, both unwinds. Let's go down. Spell Pierce and a Kuthel. And then let's focus on lands with the type mountain. Because I can find any mountain off of No, Koth is only basic mountains. The Furnace Toast Charger is mountain cycling. In mountain cycling, the search for a mountain. So those get me tokens. That gets me both of those colors. It gets me both colors. We'll just have to mountain cycle for tapped lands, but that's okay. No, but I need basic mountains. I need a lot of basic mountains. And they've got to be the cool mountains that I have, not those ones. Yeah. I'm going to favorite that one so it stops auto-selecting others. That's okay. So I've got 9 mountains for Koth to find a basic mountain. Basically, it's survive until I get to turn 4, play Koth. Bounce whatever they've got. Hope for the best. Make 2 common cards for this. Mountain wins. And then we'll do I have Koth as an avatar? Yes. Furnace might. That can work. And the card sleeve. Perforos God of the Forge. Maybe. Is there a better choice? It looks like that's probably going to be the best one. And I could go with the Is It sleeve. Yeah, I think we're going to go with Is It as the sleeve. Well, that's okay. I'll put Ottawara in instead of an island. Because that sometimes comes up as a necessity. No other side lands, I think. Yeah, I don't think I want any other lands. Because I can't search for any of them. So therefore, they are pointless. Alright. We're gonna play this deck. Is it gonna be good? No. Is it gonna be Is It? Yeah. I said that only because I said Is It? And so my brain went, ooh, Is It? I gotta make a joke out of that. I only put 4 cards on the sideboard. I'm glad I did not just select to play a best of 3. Whoops. So my big red creatures just search my library for mountains, but also they're 6 mana creatures, so a 5/5 with trample is not bad. Oh, this is fitting. The Mirren resistance versus a Praetor. Alrighty. Well, I like this hand, except for the fact that these are all mountains and everything else is blue. Otherwise, I'd want to keep it. This is okay. I'll keep 6. I will bottom. I'll bottom the Crag Smasher Yeti, I guess. That requires double blue, so I should play this first, as it is a tapped land. Create a pest and learn. Are they getting the card that lets them search for a basic? If they are, they're taking a little bit to find it. Yep, that's what I figured. I'm not going to bounce that yet. They basically told me, hey, I don't have a lot of lands. Or I would like to find the other color of my deck, sort of thing. So I said no. Can I draw Koth this turn? They foretold a black card. Or they foretold a card that has black in its cost. I don't know. A 1/1 becomes a 4/4. Interesting. I'm just gonna pass. I have a 2/2 blocker. If they go to activate this, I will Volt Charge. Or I will Serum Snare. Volt Charge. Volt Charge would be better. Because Serum Snare can hit everything. Whereas Volt Charge can only hit, or will get rid of the creature. Go to combat and attack for 2, I guess. I have a lot of counter magic in hand. And I've got a lot of lands. Are they just going to discard so that they can reanimate something? Jadar. I don't need a casualty it because you can't pay the 2. Wow, I'm getting a lot of lands. That's great. I love the lands. But hey, I'm winning the game by them being at 15 and I'm at 19. A lot of lands. I'm winning this race currently. They are a 2-color deck. ETB, draw a card. You know what? Sure, you can draw a card. They now have to discard a card. But they are playing 2 colors, which is good to know. Not that it matters, there's no game 2 or 3, so... Top 3, one of them in the hand, the rest on the bottom of your library. So far, this is going great. Attach it to target creature, gets the one every hand. Okay. Now they play a land for turn. Yep. Yeah, they'd like to attack. Cool. I'm going to turn the creature to your hand. You can foretell it again if you'd like, but it won't do anything. Well, I'm just going to play a 5/5 haste because I can't draw anything that's not lands or find my lands, apparently. I did shut down my own counter magic. So if they have a black kill spell in some way, black destroy my creature spell, sorry. I've been doing really good about not using that word and getting it out of my vocabulary until that moment. As long as they don't have a way to destroy my targeted creature. It's only now occurred to me that I don't have audio again. I don't know why. Like, I muted my audio for this game on my phone when I was playing against a friend, because we were talking through Discord and I was on my phone for that, instead of playing online, because it was like 1 AM or something. So I was not getting out of bed. Cool. That's not what I intended to do with this deck. I wanted to draw Koth and play him. But that didn't happen. But hey, I got a card out of it. I got a prosthetic injector. Interesting. We're gonna try that again. Hopefully we can actually like get Koth and make at least a good attempt at getting his ultimate. I guess technically because of the Ikermoon Gauntlet, I should try to run more Planeswalkers in this deck so that all my Planeswalkers have +0 proliferate. rather than go for all this counter magic. Just to try to play and protect a single planeswalker. No. Yeah, I'll put the Yeti on the bottom. Play the island. Currently they're playing Azorius, which already makes me nervous because Azorius is just really strong. Control magic. If they play... Okay, I was gonna say if they play a swamp, I'll be much more worried. I would like to mountain cycle this, please. To seem less threatening, I'm gonna get the tapped land, but I'm gonna get the snow land, so that's... Okay. Try to make it seem like I needed more mana for stuff. Look at the top 3, put one into my hand. They're playing Azorius Control. That one card plus 4 lands is all I need to know. So I can expect a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria next turn. Let's get a Jwari Disruption. And then, as long as they play a land, it'll probably be Slam Teferi. Teferi? Foretelling a card. Doomscar. Ah. Quench their saw it coming. So yeah, they're playing some form of Azorius Control. I don't know about saw it coming being in. Yeah, there's a Shark Typhoon. Should he try to play it again? I have counter magic for it. Okay. Create a 1/1 red dwarf. Play a Flux Channeler. Have 4 mana open. Now the real thing is, can I draw Koth and play Koth? I don't like that Iker Moon is targeted. Okay. Could have been worse. Let them take their turn. A Farewell could have hit more things, so I'm okay with that. Attempt to counter. Look for Spell Pierce, I guess. Target the Shark Typhoon. So they countered my spell, and I just went, okay. Target the original again. I like using the stack, now that I've learned how to do it a lot better. I should have kept that in their hand so that they could destroy my Flux Channeler if I attacked with it. Or blocked with it. I'm going to hold the mountain in my hand. Okay. They exiled my creature. I guess let's see, can I draw a Koth right now? Nope. Submitting 0. I'm not proliferating their Wandering Emperor. I was trying to see if I could get Koth there, because if I could, then I'd start finding mountains and being able to destroy some of the creatures that that Wandering Emperor is going to spit out. It doesn't matter. Spell Pierce isn't enough anymore because they have mana. But this is what I mean by Azorius control. And drew a land. Which does not feel good right now. Taking 3. Let's see, what are they doing? I will attempt to remove their creature in response. I can attempt to protect my spell, but they're just going to pay for it. Yeah, I figured that they'd pay for it. But they have 2 less mana than they thought they would have this turn. Yay. I'll take 5, then 6. No point continuing. That was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. And the only reason I missed a land drop on any turn was because I chose not to play the land in my hand to make it look like I had a spell. Yeah. No, I don't think Koth is ever gonna do well in a deck like that. Yeah, that was interesting thought process though. Let's see, what other thing could I try? Let's go with another Explorer deck. Let's go with Creature. Let's do Legendary. What legendary creatures can I build a deck around? Skrelv. SRAM and Light Paws, that's overused. Giada, Kemba, Adeline. Cast target instant sorcery from your graveyard this turn. If that spell doesn't target a creature you control, it costs 8 more to cast this way. If that spell you put into your graveyard exile instead, only once per turn. Play stacks. Just a bunch of Thalias and Laurens and things. Gisela of the Broken Blade. Do I have Bruna? I do. Bruna is an angel horror. Gisela is an angel horror. I could play angels. I only have one copy of each of those two cards, so that would probably be a little dicey. It's like the main gimmick of trying to meld the two. Incubate is not exactly the best mechanic. Let's play stacks. So basically, I want to play stuff that is benefiting myself and doesn't hurt me as much as it hurts my opponent. That is going to be the point of it. So at every single moment, I want them to not be able to do anything. Let's think. How am I wanting to do this? Rainstorm eggs at the top, they lose life. Okay. Blue, black, white. Blue, black, and white. Esper. We're playing blue, black, white, but not control. We're playing stacks. Why do I have 4 of this? Okay. So, stacks cards. This protects my creature. I want them to not be able to play the game. So let's go with different things that make it so my opponent is going to struggle. We're just going to keep looking at different ways to keep going. Enter the battlefield, effects don't trigger. This would be the only downside to that. And Lauren of the third path would be the downside. Okay. So those are the 2 downsides. We're gonna do that as a stacks piece. And that as stacks. That's not stacks, it's just graveyard hate. Bring that one in. What's this do? Target opponent loses all counters. A player can't get counters for as long as sun closes. Okay. Oh, Strict Proctor also is a stacks effect. Can't cast multiple spells. Brutal Cathar is good. Let's see. Mana value 2 or less is quite a few creatures actually now. So we'll have that. I would like to do the... Where is it? No, invasions. Not that one, not that one. We'll do that. We will get... Where is... Skyclave. I could probably take a second Skyclave, honestly. That'd be a card that's worth getting a duplicate of. Do I not have the... Maybe I don't. I'm looking for the invasion that's target player exiles a card, and it costs 2 more. Which I thought was 2 or 3 mana. I'm not finding it. I guess this is a stacks effect as well. They don't have ETBs. I double my ETBs. Let's take that down 1. That down 1. I think that's all I should look for. So let's look at colorless cards that can help me. If there's anything that just... Metallic Mimic seems okay. Phyrexian Revoker. Okay, Soulless Jailer and Phyrexian Revoker should be in the sideboard, not the main board. Transform this into a 1/4 flying Death Touch. Okay. Just, I read that and I was like, what the heck does that do? Let's see. I'm not playing a 2-color deck necessarily. Nothing here really screams this works. Okay, so now I need lands. We're gonna go lands that are Esper. I'm going to get a Castle Ardenvale. We'll get an Iganjo. We will play an island and a swamp, but only one of each. What the heck? Oh, it's like, why is it showing me these things? Castle Lochthwain, Ottawa is fine. No. 2 or more other lands. Shock lands. Flip lands. We'll do that as well. We'll do fast lands. We'll do a shock land, fast land, flip lands. Slow land. We'll do a flip land. Oh, it's not going down on that. Do that one. I don't want fast mana, that's not. Okay, fast mana needs to have white. Slow mana, it's gonna just be too slow. This has white, so that's fine. I would like everything to have every single card except for Ottawara and the 2 basics. Castles, okay. Everything needs to have some form of I can produce white, because that's the majority of my deck. Is just white. Okay. Now let's look at Field of Ruin. I know it doesn't follow those 3 parameters. Okay. Here's the castle. That doesn't produce white. That doesn't produce white. I can go down by 1. Okay. I'll just go with this. The sideboard has a lot more colors of cards. then we see how this goes. Switch over to Explorer and do this one. And let's see how this goes. How I win is beat them in the face. As with most stacks. So for the most part, I'm just sitting here slowing down my opponent while honestly not doing much on my side of the board. Skrelv turn 1. Does that make me play the Glacial Fortress next? No, I'm going to play that first. I should probably do best of 3 so that the black and the blue parts of the deck actually make some sense. But that's okay. We're going to play the Strict Proctor first because they just did an ETB effect, and I want to be able to counter that. So more than likely, if they play one of it, there's going to be two or three other kinds of cards that do the same sort of thing. Yeah, like that. I want that one. I forgot it's symmetrical. Uh-oh. Oops the daisies. Perks of building a new deck is you learn it as you play it. Alright, we're going to play the protection piece first. Then we'll play the second protection piece. Then we'll play Mina with Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. No, this one is... yeah, Guardian of Thraben. Haha, I remember which one's which. Sorry. I can tell my throat is starting to get raspy from talking so much, so I'll probably end... What? Screaming into my cup. Yep. I play stacks very well, guys. I'll take 10. Can I draw my creature that forces them to sacrifice a creature, please? Because that might help. Cycle. Draw a new card. Hey, that doesn't help. Protection from the color of your choice. So right now this can't attack or block. Okay. I'm not going to kick that, but I will have the 2/3 lifelink blocker. Wow, this is really bad. If I had ordered my stacks pieces correctly, I would not have that Aetherworks Marvel still on the field. Yep. For playing stacks, that did not stacks, except for against myself. Stop my own enter the battlefield effects frequently. We'll do one more. One more game. And then I won't do anything else. I'm gonna call it there. Okay? Hold me to that. I'm holding myself to that. Okay. Well, I guess while we are loading into the game, I'm gonna do the recap of what we talked about and get ready for the next day. We've got tomorrow is the 6-month anniversary that we started playing or started streaming. So we're gonna celebrate that. I posted the whatchamacallit? I posted the waiting room. I made it so that you guys can see what the waiting room is for the next stream tomorrow and when that's happening. If I'm remembering correctly, it's 5 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be playing. They did pay too for that. Interesting. We will be playing Rise of Nations Extended Edition with my siblings, which is strangely enough a game that my younger sister was willing to play. So that was kind of cool to hear that. It's been quite a long while since I have played it. Being completely honest, I'm going to play it for the first time in like 5 years, I think. I'll play it for the first time in quite a few years tonight to get an amount of practice in before tomorrow when we play it, just to remember some hotkeys and things. Because yeah, that's something that happens. Oh, they had to scare the critics. Wow, Mina Harker really would have stopped that. Well, I did say one more. That was one more. It was a sad day. We only won 5 games. And I think we did play quite a lot more than 5. We probably played like 8 or 10 at this point. That was so sad of results. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't like trying to win any of them. I was mostly just screwing around and building a weird deck and trying to see if it would work. So I can't say much about it. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for Rise of Nations. It is an RTS game, real-time strategy game, if you aren't aware of what RTS stands for. And it'll be interesting having a few stipulations placed upon how we are playing the game to make it special, instead of just being a game that we're playing. We're going to challenge each other with how we play and how the game goes. We're not going to play conventional games. We're going to do it interestingly. And I have no idea how long it'll take, because some games are like, oh, that took 30 minutes. Some games, wow, that was a 4-hour game, as we just were in a grind state of no one could progress past the other. But we'll figure out how to play it and what to do tomorrow. With all of that, I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace out.